pain that you cannot sleep, cannot walk, drive, or even wiggle your toes. That's what every day was like for retired police officer from Dallas and grandmother Betty Glasgow. So she turned to Dr. Bao Tai of Swisher Chiropractic after seeing him right here on GMT. Dr. Tai has developed a process that can repair nerve damage without surgery and without medications. It's really important. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, it's great to have you back on GMT yet again, bringing another success story with you.
That's
yeah,
right.
I am unbelievably excited. I mean, it's not Good Friday, it's Great Friday. And I couldn't be happier to share such an amazing story with such an amazing woman today. So.
Betty, I can't wait to talk to you. So you were a Dallas police officer for what, 35 years?
Overall with the city.
Thank you for your
15
service,
years
first
with the
of all.
police department.
But what forced you to retire?
My feet, I couldn't walk and I was hurting.
A lot. Must have been hurting a lot.
I would cry and just slide across the floor and go from side to side.
So you were really suffering.
Awful.
It sounds awful.
Yes.
So you were suffering with peripheral neuropathy. Tell us or give us an idea of some of the things you were not able to do.
I was not able to clean my house, and I would muffle through cooking and taking care of the boys. It was just, I was in pain constantly.
You mentioned taking care of the boys. Such a sad story. I'm so sorry because after you retired, your daughter-in-law passed away.
Yes.
And you and your son, you kind of took over that motherly role of taking care of your 3 grandsons.
Yes, and I love them. They are wonderful, but they can be a heartache sometimes.
We were just talking earlier how rambunctious boys can be. You have to keep up with them, and I'm sure with your symptoms that was very difficult. I know you saw several doctors for treatment, but nothing was really working for you.
No, they couldn't do anything for me but give me pain pills.
Oh.
And I was just full of pain pills, gabapentin, Garalise, and Aleve, and I didn't want that anymore.
Probably felt like you were living in a fog.
Yes, when I saw Dr. Tai, I really hurried up and got to him.
Yeah, well, you saw him right here on GMT. You saw him out. You got treatments, and I heard that on your second visit, you wound up crying. Tell us what that was about.
Well, he goes through an interview and checks you out to see what's really wrong with you. And I was just saying, Lord, let him take me, because I needed some help. And when he was making his final decision, I said, oh, let him take me. And I started crying because I was just trusting God that he would have a heart to take me and just try. But I had suffered for 6 years. And I just didn't think I was at a point of no return.
I'm going to ask the camera guys to get a close-up of your ankles, because now, everyone, not only can you wiggle your toes, you can cross those ankles. Let's show that off.
Yes.
Love that. And you were actually dancing, too, in Dr. Tai's office. What was that like for you? And what's life like now with your sweet grandsons?
Oh, I can get around. We go to Chuck E. Cheese, and we just do a lot of things. They want to go to the zoo, and I'm going to take them on the train.
And you can do it now. So
yes.
What would you say to people who are skeptical?
If you have a problem, whether it's peripheral neuropathy or if it's anything to do with your knees, your feet, your legs, he can help. Dr. Tai can help.
I know you wanted the segment to really focus on Betty, but I got to ask you a quick question. How can you explain to other people with symptoms like she was experiencing, Betty was experiencing, they've tried everything, they feel like there's no hope?
Sure. Well, we just, it's a unique process I created, only one of its kind, that's actually to repair the nerve. I mean, it's as simple as it gets. And so that's how we're able to help great people like Betty.
You have been recognized as the best doctor in Denton County for what you do. So congratulations. You have a book out, and you have a phenomenal offer for our GMT viewers.
Yes. Well, people, I know life might seem unfair. They're in so much pain. They lived a good life just like Betty. They worked hard. And now they have this debilitating condition that is ruining their life. They've gone to doctors, they've taken medications, and they're not getting well. So there still is hope, but they have to make the decision to get well. So, my biggest question for them is, if they want to get well, what would stop them? If the answer is nothing, call our office. They'll get a consultation at no charge, so I can see if they can help them, and plus a copy of my book. I mean, that's all they can do.
Well, it's good seeing you again. So glad to see that you're doing well, Betty.
Oh, I'm doing great.
Love that. All right, you can find out more about Dr. Tai's program by calling 940-202-1198 or go online at howtobeatneuropathy.com.